I'm Jake Malfont, and for this project, my topic was boys' participation in sports and its decline. The decline has been caused by bad coaching, affordability, and mental health reasons, especially in high school age kids. One of the ways I've helped my community solve this problem was volunteering with Mike Scott. I help to keep baseball fun for a lot of kids, and his lessons, while they're not the most affordable, they do help keep baseball very fun and they get the kids better.
Hi, I'm Matt Garcia, and I have the same problem as Jake that we were jumping into. This problem means a lot to me because I'm a big fan of sports. I think it helps kids in many ways, helps them get active, helps them learn important life skills. So today, to combat the problem, we are talking to teachers, coaches, parents of athletes to learn what their intake is on youth sports.
Alright, so this is the infographic that I made for this project. It's about boys in sports, and the issue is that fewer boys ages 6 to 17 are participating, and especially the lower income. It's a huge problem because kids that engage in sports, it lowers their risk for obesity, builds lifelong fitness habits, it reduces anxiety and depression, boosts their mood through exercise, improves teamwork and communication, strong friendships and belonging. I mean, the positives for including yourself in sports, it's like the list goes on and on and on. And I mean, kids quit because of pressure, it's not fun, sometimes it's too competitive, sometimes they get injured. But I mean, some solutions are, coaches can focus on fun, they can be supportive. We can lower costs by funding school programs. And yeah.
For my infographic, I focused more on statistics. So looking at the statistics, as you can see on the infographic, we can see that participation by millions have gone down year after year. And we can see by sport, they all get lower and lower on the sports. But this is a problem because sports are important because they promote activity in kids' lives when sometimes they would be getting none. As we can see, for the reasons why kids stop playing sports, 25% not fun anymore, 20% too competitive, 10% injuries, 15% to pursue other hobbies, and the vast majority, 30%, is because of the sheer cost of youth sports. But sports aren't just good for the activity aspect, they are also good because they teach important life skills. As we can see, the youth participation rate, 45% play organized sports, and the majority, 55%, do not play sports, which is a problem in its own.
Hey Fade, how you doing today?
Doing great. How we doing?
Doing great. I got a few questions for you.
Go ahead, shoot.
Alright, first one is, what is your personal experience with paying for youth sports?
Paying for youth sports, personal experience. Well, both my sons played baseball and went right after middle school, and my experience was that I thought that travel ball was completely they were overcharging these kids, promising these kids a lot of things, and I really thought for the amount of money, if my kids didn't really enjoy it the way they should have enjoyed it, then it wasn't really worth it. But I could see if you were playing in a legit travel team and you were 100% involved with baseball, you really got to do your research, is what I'm trying to say. It's something that you really need to dive into and understand what you're getting into before you spend the money.
Yeah, definitely. What has been your experience coaching youth sports, like high school baseball team? I know.
Okay.
Tennis, baseball in particular.
Well, I did. This wasn't the only place I used to coach. I used to coach a travel team in New Fairfield, Connecticut. I don't know. That's a tough one because you feel like with the kids spending money to play travel, you almost feel like you're obligated to play every kid. So, it really wasn't the experience I was looking for when I coached that travel team. But most of the kids that were there were baseball players, so it was good. Not great, but it was good. I thought that, like I said, the biggest problem that I had coaching that was, feeling obligated to play these kids. Unlike high school where you're kind of coaching to win.
That's good. And the last question, if there's anything you could change about youth sports today, what would it be?
Don't promise these kids the world. Don't promise these kids that they're all going to be D1 players. You know, teach the kids to have fun, and let them enjoy it. Let them love it. If they love it and they enjoy it, then they'll play. Then they'll be great at it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And that's it.
Good.
All right, Dobson, how we doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing great. I got a few questions for you.
I'm ready.
First question is, what have been your experiences with pay to play?
I think as a high school coach, it is difficult to compete with pay to play because we're trying to sell you guys on like high school is the more important team, but when you guys pay to play, you get better uniforms, better facilities, you get to travel to cool places, you get playing time, you get instant feedback, instant gratification, you get 6 games in a weekend, right? Where for us, like we're like, hey, have 6 practices for 1 game.
And what has been your experience coaching youth sports, and how do you think like a great coach can impact the player?
So my experience coaching youth sports, like when I first started in my early 20s as a former athlete, I was just super competitive and I was just like win. We just have to win, and that's all I cared about. And it's not to say that I don't care about that now, but I see a lot of the bigger picture of like, all right, a lot of the people I coach, so basketball for example, only 1% of basketball players play college basketball. But like, what can that do for you? That can shape your personality, your friendships, give you a work ethic that you bring to whatever your real life thing is. You know, I think of a few years ago when Jeske had that big inning, okay, like in that clutch situation. And I know it sounds so stupid, but like I'm watching that and I'm thinking like, whatever job he wants, like, yo, I would want to hire him to do that job because he's not gonna like buckle under the pressure. He's gonna get.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
If you could change anything about youth sports, what would you change?
A lot of it has become individualistic. Like, I know you guys are baseball guys, so baseball was always that weird sport that borderlines. It's individuals playing a team sport.
Yeah.
But like, I'd love to take that word exposure and like throw it in the trash. I think that puts a lot of pressure on kids because a lot of times when people are trying to get exposure, sometimes they get like exposed, and I think when they get to a certain level, that actually makes them not like the sport anymore. I used to think, for example, like even local live. That local live was great because then like parents who are working or friends that can't come to the game could see it. And now I notice a lot of the kids, like if they don't play well, like it really sticks with them for days after. Whereas like, you know, when I was younger, you had a bad game, your dad yelled at you in the car a little bit, your mom made you feel better, and you just moved on to the next day.
Yeah, that's all I got.
sorry. Went off. Is that good?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Dobson.
Hey, no problem.
All right, this is the cage. I've been working with Mike Scott for the past like 3 months, 10 whole hours of community service, and this is my kid for the day. Tristan's gonna do the half bat high tee here. Show us what it looks like. Swing the bat, bro. Nice. Do it again. All right, so he's one of the better kids we've had. All right, so we're going to do soft toss, but I gotta help change this group really quick. Ready? Make sure the logo, see this? The white thing? Face it to the sun. All right. All right. It's so good. The big problem that a lot of the kids have is being really late on the baseball. All right. Literally just swing earlier. Try and hit it into the left center gap.
Okay.
Almost. Almost. You got this.
This hurts my head so bad.
A little bit up. Nice. Now put the bat down nicely. No! Another way I like to keep baseball fun is letting them shoot the balls to the bucket when it's time to pick up.
Ooh. Fade away.
Alright, one of my favorite ways to keep the worms fun is to have them react to my clap when they do their sprints. Ready? This project helped me to realize that youth sports just aren't a fun thing to put your kids in. It's much more than that. It is essentially setting your kids up for future success. I mean, the benefits, as we listed in this documentary, I mean, they're basically endless. And the only cons right now is the cost. And if you can get that down, then I think it would be a great thing for all the youth.
I had a really fun time diving into a problem that I think is one of the more problematic things for America's youth. We learned a lot about the reasons, causes, all the above, and had a great time doing it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching just as much as we enjoyed making it. Thank you.